If your company has a return merchandise authorization policy for customer sales returns, Spire has a specific RMA order type for transaction entry. After the return has been approved, the RMA can be processed as a credit with accounting and shipment quantity reversed. To create a new RMA transaction, if you have user security access to do so, use the Order Type selection from the plus button and choose RMA. Or after the order is first open, change the type to Open RMA. You can configure RMAs to have a separate document number sequence in company settings. Next, enter the customer, contact, and any other information about the RMA in exactly the same way as for sales orders. You could also access a sales history invoice and use the Reverse button to create a reversing order that will contain all the same items and respective information as from the invoice, and then change the order type to RMA. When it comes time to select an inventory item to be returned, the order quantity needs to be negative, because the end result is to create a credit note form and return inventory to stock. Similarly, the shipped quantity should also be negative, which will reduce the committed value when saved, so you may want to wait for the return to arrive before entering this, if you only want to see committed sales items. You can also enter a comment line to specify the reason for the return. If the inventory item being returned supports serial or lot numbers, when you enter the quantity to return, you'll be prompted for the numbers. Attempting to save a serial number not already in the system will give you a message indicating this. After all details have been inputted, if the customer requires a form for the transaction, there is an RMA report that you can print or email in the same way as other transaction documents. RMAs support the use of either processed or shipped statuses, and the use of order phases if there are milestones that need to be met during the return that you want to track. Perhaps RMAs would have a separate set of phases as compared to sales orders. When you are ready to commit the RMA return, click the Invoice button. This will bring up the payment screen as with regular orders, for the purpose of refunding payment back to the customer or saving a credit amount on their account. Customers with unlimited or limited credit can have the return saved on account or with a payment refund. And customers with no credit limit require a refund back to the payment method, not on account. Processing the RMA return saves the credit transaction to the customer sales history. The general ledger accounting transaction has debits and credits reversed as compared to invoices, with inventory control and sales accounts debited, and either the accounts receivable control or the payment account credited. Inventory quantities for returned items update the on-hand and available values to be restocked and resold, or you need to create an additional adjustment if you are not restocking the item. You can also print or email a credit note form for the customer, using the same invoice report that will revert to a credit note because the total is negative. If you would like more information about Spire Accounting, access the link in the description below to our homepage. Read the online manual help for additional assistance. Watch more videos from this playlist, and subscribe to the Spire YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.